Very good morning, my dear students of class 12th. Welcome to English literature class. The summary and outline were already known to you, and now the explanation of stanza wise I am going to start here. Crossing the Bar, chapter number 5. Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Here, my students, you must know what is bar. Bar means here bank of sand. Here, bank of sand refers to the barrier between life and death, or you may say between this world from the next. Here, in first stanza, you may see here sunset and evening star. Stanza number 1. Sunset and evening star. Sunset, what suggests here? Sunset suggests old age, suggestive of old age or end of life. And evening star, Hesperus, planet Venus, associated with calmness. And one clear call for me. Call means call of death. And may there be no moaning of the bar. Moaning of the bar means here low murmur of sea. When I put out to sea means set sail in the sea. Start the journey to the next world after death. Here, the lines are very easy, you try to understand. The poem opens sunset and evening star and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. You know, the poet is 81 years old, and he thinks that he is going to leave this world to the other world, to the next world. The poem opens on a calm and gentle note. Calm and gentle note. The poet refers to the sunset and the evening star, Hesperus, that appears in the sky early. He says that he hears a clear call for him to start his voyage to the unknown, to the distant world. He hopes that when he starts his voyage, his ship will clear the sandbar smoothly. Here, it is important to note that the poet uses the metaphor of journey to refer the journey of his soul to the next world after his death. He is old and he knows that his life is about to end. He is about to death. There is a clear call of death for him. His only wish is that when his journey to the next world starts, he will have no cares and anxieties. In other words, he wants to face death calmly, without any cares and anxiety. Now, stanza number 2. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out of the boundless deep turns again home. Here you must know the meaning. Such a tide. The tide will be such as facilitates crossing the bar. Such a tide means here the tide will be such as facilitates crossing the bar. Too full means too deep. Sound means roaring of waves. Moving means movement. Asleep means seems to be calm and quiet. Drew means emerged. That is used when that which drew, that means ship here. Boundless deep means infinite ocean. Turns again home means refers to the soul's journey back to its home. These were the meaning. Now explanation. But such a tide, the poet says, a ship sailing from the harbor is smooth. But such a tide as moving seems asleep. A ship sailing from the harbor is smooth when there is full tide. Everyone knows it. A ship sailing from the harbor is smooth when there is a full tide. When there is full tide, then the ship easily crosses the sandbar. The poet's wish is that the tide should be such as makes his voyage smooth. There should be no hurdles, no obstacles. He wants the movement to be calm and quiet. He wants the movement to be calm and quiet at a time when the sea will be so deep that there will be hardly any sound and high waves. What the poet wants? Student, what the poet wants? The poet wants to say is that when his soul starts his journey back to its home from where it came, his journey into the unknown should be smooth. In other words, he wants to be free from doubts and fears. Sound and foam, doubts and fears. The reference to doubts and fear is significant. Like many other men of his age, Tennyson too was troubled by the ideas of science which shook the very foundation of religion, means here Christianity. Here in the poem, he wishes to die with his faith intact. He wants to die without any doubt or fear. Without any doubt or fear. Now, stanza number 3, twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. Here you must know the meaning. Short period. Twilight, short period after sunset or before sunset. Here, twilight means after sunset. Short period after sunset. Evening bell, the bell announcing the day's activity refers to the old age. And after that the darkness refers to death. Dark means here darkness refers to death. Here sadness of farewell, sad parting scenes. When I embark, when I start my journey, when I die. The poet compares the approach of death. Twilight and evening bell. The poet compares the approach of death to twilight and darkness to death. He knows that darkness will follow the twilight. He knows it. He knows that darkness will follow the twilight. That is, death is sure to follow old age. As he is in old age, so death is sure. So death is sure to follow old age. There is no escape from the darkness. There is no escape from the death. That is death. When he starts his journey, he does not wish to see any sad parting. Any sad parting from this world. Any sad parting scenes. In other words, he wants to remain happy at the time of his death. He does not want himself and others to be unhappy. He does not consider death bad and cruel. Death is, in fact, a gateway through which one passes to enter the next world. So, death should be welcomed cheerfully. There should be no mourn at all. There should be no mourn at all. There should be no anxiety at all. So, death should be welcomed cheerfully. In the last stanza, the poet says, "For though from out of or born of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar." Here, know the meaning, born of time and place? Here, born of time and place. The infinite world limited by time and place. Born means here boundary. Born of time and place. The infinite world limited by time and place. Flood means here the sea, bear, carry, far away to the next world. Pilot, dear students, who is pilot here? Pilot here, God. God who guides us through life and death. Through life and death. And here in the last, he says, "I have crossed the bar," means here death, have died. Death. The last stanza the poet says that the sea will take him from this finite world, limited by time and place, to his distant destination. When he has crossed the sandbar, he is sure to see his pilot face to face. He is sure that he will meet God, who guided him when he was alive as well as after his death. In other words, when the poet has crossed the boundary that divides this life from the next, he hopes to see God face to face. He calls God his pilot because God guides him, or God guides man through life and death. After death, the soul of the dead meets God, who takes charge of it. Just as a pilot escorts vessels or ship going out and guides those coming in. He says here, "I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar." He's sure after death the soul of the God meets God, who takes charge of it. Just as a pilot escorts vessels going out and guides those coming in. Students, this was all about the crossing the bar. If you have any problem, please ask me. Thank you so much.